Well, we've reached the 1890s. And what's so special about the 1890s, I guess? Alright, so first things to note, I guess, before I sort of continue. Basically, this game basically runs from 1836 or 1834, I can't remember, to 1936. Effectively, I've gone through half the game already. And having reached the 1890s, this is where, like, you know, the game sort of slows down because you actually start after dealing with, like, Great Wars and stuff if you have to actually participate in them. And I'll likely participate in at least a few. So there'll be stuff to think about in the near future. Now, I thought a little bit about the about what I was gonna do during, like, you know, the basically time I was basically doing stuff. I think something I might do here is I might start spearing these guys over here, these Middle East nations, just so that people can't attack them. So like Ethiopia here, I might just start influencing them. Yemen, I might start influencing them. Hijaz. What's up? Influence Nedj. Oman. The benefit of basically doing this is that if you influence a nation and eventually spear them, that actually sort of protects them from being attacked from other nations. So if like other people want to come and attack these guys, they'll have a difficulty doing so. And you know what? I think we're going to we're not gonna go spear Abu Dhabi. We'll attack them in a moment. I'm almost down to, like, you know, the infantry level to basically start attacking people 15. So we'll wait for that. I'm seeming to be losing lots of money. Lots and lots of money. What am I losing money for? Yeah, we'll not tax the rich. They're good for building stuff. Let's raise some tariffs, maybe. I seem to be lacking supplies to basically build stuff as a thing here. I think. Anyhow, at this point in time, it's probably a good idea to start closing factories that aren't being profitable. So I'm going to cancel all subsidies on factories that aren't doing well. Basically, when you cancel subsidies, that means that you're no longer going to basically sponsor factories that are, like, underperforming in your market. So, for example, this factory here, if this fails to make, like, you know, enough money and, like, goes below its factory budget, it'll basically die off, and, like, the workers will have to go elsewhere for their work, which is fine, I think, at this point. Eventually, like, you know, your capitalists will build, like, new factories to basically to support the new markets and such. Reactionaries. Oh, look at that! The British and the Russians are fighting my territory, because that's what they do. Send you over there. I've actually got a lot of diplomatic points that I have to spend around for someone, so all these guys. Let's increase relations with the Austro-Hungarians, the Polish, Belgium, sure. I can stop trying to influence the Ottomans because I've already influenced them enough. Whatever, that's enough spending for my points now. And I just realized something. I was losing a lot of these artillery, or I was building all these artillery, so that's what was costing me all that money. That's why I was showing negative for there. While anti-Persian sentiments have been festering in the colony for some time, it is only very recently that simmering discontent has erupted in open violence. During the past few months alone, the three colonial officials have been killed in the colony, and it's become increasingly clear that something must be done about the situation. Let's spin out of control. The Commonwealth of our colonies has proved deceptive, as native unrest and displeasure with the colonial rule has flashed into a state of near open rebellion in a matter of days. The calm before the storm is decidedly over. What, me worry? Let me gain consciousness, that'll be alright. I've yet to really explain militancy and consciousness, but basically, the militancy and consciousness stuff over here basically tells you how basically likely your population is to, like, to rebel or to, like, demand reforms. Or, like, do movements and such. Basically, consciousness raises the desire to have, like, movements like, you know, separation and, like, all that. Militancy basically is a little bit different in that it basically is how likely they are to rebel. And I have to basically sort of watch out for them. If consciousness gets too high, you'll have, like, people demand to leave your country or have reforms in your country and stuff. While if you have too high militancy, then people are just going to rebel openly a lot. Let's see here. I'm gonna split this army in two. I've got so many armies. They all have 3 cannons each, so... I think some of my guys rebelled there for some reason. Your soldiers, by the way, they can rebel into, like, rebel factions and such. So, for example, if I look in here, or, and, like, if you look in here, you basically look to see what, this, like, little flag or anarchy symbol is, basically, depending on what you're looking at. Maybe I'll look at one of the other guys. Like, for example, you got, like, an A here. This indicates that there's, like, Jacobin rebels, and basically they want to be, you know, rebelling for, like, the Jacobins. Membership in the International Olympic Committee. The combination of renewed interest in ancient Greek civilization and the idea of sport as an important part of social development has led a French aristocrat, Baron Pierre de Coubertin, to propose reviving the Olympic Games as a way to promote international peace through friendly athletic competition between nations. Should our nation join this International Olympic Committee to organize the first games? An excellent idea, we will accept. So that'll basically give us some prestige, very nice. And, ooh, look at that, that's a lot of guys. Alright, I need to send more guys to deal with that and fund them. Let's get some early railroads. Click a button. Let's go like this. You'll hit them both. Looks like they're fighting some of my rebels for me because, you know, they wandered into my territory. That's what the Russians get for wandering into my territory. They get to fight my rebels for me. I didn't notice this, but apparently Spain's flag changed around, I think. They're an absolute monarchy for some reason. I don't think they were originally an absolute monarchy. Oh! Them Russians, they're doing some more work for me. Nice, we smushed those guys. I don't even need to send you up there anymore. I forgot to raise up my budget. I won that, but, you know, only afterwards. That was fun. Thanks, Russia. You helped me kill my rebels. So, excellent, that's been occupied. You guys can go down here. I can influence Uruguay. So, increase opinion. And you know what? I'm actually more interested in maybe influencing Ethiopia a lot, so let's do that instead. I now have enough influence here that I can go after someone. Abu Dhabi seems like the first target I should go after. Justify war to establish a protectorate. Slow down that speed a little bit. Along with Persia. Apparently I can build more guys. Let's build some more cannons. Can drop that down. So notice by the way this is closed in a lot of these factories. Basically, when you have like underperforming factories, what happens to them is that they close. So, you know, that's sort of be expected with a free market system. So basically, all the factories that are basically working here, those are ones that are like, you know, currently able to sort of like keep afloat. Everyone else closed. Now I'm going to turn subsidies back on. Basically, I want to close down the underperforming factories because they're costing me too much money. Now, like, you know, it's going to cost me a little bit less. Which will help me out a little bit. We should probably boost up my taxes a little bit. Oh, I got detected 5.7 infantry, so we basically took almost half infantry there. You know, it seems like I'm doing pretty well on not getting these guys to be damaged anymore. That's quite nice. I have full regiments all around, more or less. I've got the diplomacy to throw around too. Let's boost up our relations with you some more. You know what? Let's boost up relations with Bali over here. Maybe I'll conquer them in the future, but let's just spear them so they can't be conquered in the first place. Increase relations with Ethiopia a little bit. I don't like how Britain's trying to spear these guys. Alright, so I can finally annex them. Increase my opinion in Ethiopia. Alright, so declaring war will get me more of Oman and Yemen, but who really cares? They're not, you know, strong enough to really fight me. I guess I can just declare war. We call allies, very likely, maybe, very likely, maybe. We don't really need allies for this, though. Smash them. Just smash them. And looks like Oman jumped in, but Yemen didn't. Throw those guys in there. Actually, I want them to go there first. And apparently, I'm taking damage from my commerce freighter. Something to know about your ships is if they don't get funded well enough for like their troop maintenance, they'll actually start to lose like durability. So you want to be very careful of that, because obviously that's a bad thing. It's funny how that's sieged up like that right there. How am I doing on ports, by the way? Is there anything I haven't yet to upgrade? Yes, right here. So that's the only port I have yet to upgrade. That one right there. And right here. Ports are always important to upgrade because eventually... what was it about them? Basically, you want to build ships, and the higher tier ships require a bit better shipyards. Cool. Let's do a little bit of funding here. And you know what? I'm actually going to do this right now. So we're just going to build railroads in all these like places. It's always important to build railroads up because they do help for industry eventually. So let's just go around boosting all this. Minor game crash is minor, but still annoying. Autosave. Alright, what was it doing? Have I declared war on you yet? I'm making my war justification now, apparently. That's fine. Boost this up. Send you there. You here. There we go. I'm not sure if I said this yet already or not, but notice how these guys are now like a little bit higher health. So basically, they're losing durability as like they lose their like supplies and such. All these ships. Start building this stuff over here. Alright, let's build the railroads. And hopefully I won't crash this time doing so. So yes, railroads are very important because they boost up your economy and make it so your troops can move around faster. Much like in the real world. This is all my stuff over here. There we go, build up some roads. That costs a little money to build all this stuff, but it'll be worth it in the end. We build these naval bases. And something I'm actually thinking about doing, I'm actually going to lower my military spending, because that's what's costing me a lot of money too right now. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. I got justified 6.4 this time, which sucks, but oh well. He might Kingdom acquire Duro, acquire Alento. It's interesting. The United Kingdoms had their ass kicked by Russia. I apparently have diplomatic points I can throw around again because things and stuff. Increase relations with these guys the most. I'll note that I'm just throwing those diplomatic points around because I really have nothing better to do with them, to be honest. Turn that off. I'm actually gonna bring these guys up here. Got my justification, so declare war. And I can spear Ethiopia, or not spear him, but raise my relations again. Let's get right there. We'll get these guys to start walking across. Interesting, apparently Yemen went to war with us this time. Yes, random number duration and all that. Apparently Yemen's coming at us over here. That's fine, we can smash them pretty easily. You know, let's get some commerce techs, I think. At least a couple of them. Put you guys in here. You guys can attack Bahrain. I'm actually gonna make these guys just bridge the gap by walking over like this. This is something you can do, by the way, in this game. It's a nice, really effective way of moving your troops around if you need to. Excellent, we'll get that. We'll get this. Now, something I really don't like about this game, though, is there's like a sort of bug where you can actually like load your troops into a transport while the guys are walking on it, like this. Alright, there we go. So here goes Abu Dhabi is now my land. Start building some railroads and stuff. I just have to hit Yemen now. Jacobin apparently popped up. We'll take these guys down to hit Yemen. As someone basically said when they're playing this game, the rebels in this game can be both very scary, but also very stupid. It's not really the best rebel system they've got. I can spear Hijaz, or not spear, but I can increase of opinion. And Nedge 2. Let's increase relations with you. With you. You can just walk over and start hitting Yemen over here. Yemen likely won't put much of a fight up, but they'll put up a fight nonetheless. Alright, when you start seeing like the Chinese nations, sub-states start to ally each other, that means at this point the Chinese Empire is actually civilized. This is actually a very scary thing to happen because it basically means that the Chinese Empire is no longer really touchable because they're just going to be so strong. But basically China's civilized, except for Tibet apparently. And Guangxi is apparently powerful enough that it can be a secondary nation on its own right. What happened to you in here in Korea? Did you get reactionaries, Korea? Copy reactionaries. Let's drop that down. Alright, we can drop this down to 0%, I think. Let's go hit up here first. Increase opinion. Next time I can spear Ethiopia so no one can attack it. Let's hit up here first, I guess. Something I know about Yemen is that it's actually kind of interesting that they have so many states, or so many counties in one state. Usually states don't have like a whole lot of like, you know, counties. Basically they have like, you know, like say a tree here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a lot of states in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of it can be as low as like, you know, 4, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But Yemen's got a whole lot of states in it, interestingly enough. Something annoying about Yemen is that apparently they've got a fort in their capital. I think they naturally started off with one, but... We have heard rumors that in distant lands it seems the United Kingdom has decided to expand its war with the USA by adding acquire New England like we care. They're going to retake New England apparently. United Kingdom's going to take United States as New England. Look at all that damage that they're doing. So, Brazilian conquest of La Paz, the United Kingdom is like, you know, getting its ass kicked, but at the same time, apparently, they feel like they're strong enough to make demands. And you're going after La Paz, which is in Bolivia. Look at that, they've almost sieged up Bolivia over here. But that's not really a target the United Kingdom has to worry about. Oh, look at that, he just got peace for He just took La Paz, that's it. Now it's just a battle for United Kingdom with these guys. Interesting, right? Let's get some business regulations, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. So I pieced out Yemen. That's awesome. Conservatives want to vote. Excellent. Let's build up some more armies. We'll build up some more... Let's build some dragoons at this point, so... That many dragoons. Increase relations with you. With you. I keep getting troops there and I really should be docking up my ships. Basically, if you dock up your ships, they can repair. So you can actually restore that lost durability. Somewhat. Just keep building my dragoons. Excellent. Scientific management, I guess, is next. And wow, I keep getting so many of these troops opening up. It's quite nice. The more troops you get, by the way, the stronger your military can get, which actually boosts up your score. So if you have lots of troops like this, you actually boost up your score. Score is basically based on your industry, your prestige, and your military power. So if you boost up all three, then you're going to have a really high score. Austro-Hungary. Currently, right now, I'm allied to just Britain and Germany. I can formalize a view, so I will do so. What's your diplomatic situation like? You're not great with everyone else. You're only neutral with everyone else. I'm basically going to decline this because he doesn't seem as liked as much as other people. Alright, I'm allied to the Ottoman Empire, I'm allied to Germany, I'm allied to the United Kingdom. Apparently, Uruguay was in that war, but whatever. They are out of it now. It's just the Americans and the British more or less fighting right now for a piece of New England. I don't know if New England will be able to take that, but they're stronger right now. The Americans were actually a strong military power until, you know, the last century. The first to the pole. The Royal Geographic Society has announced that a war will be presented to the first expedition to reach the North Pole. We should outfit an expedition. That's always worth doing because you'll get a lot of prestige if you manage to get there first. Just so you know. Pick this stuff up. Looks like there's a crisis. We're gonna decline that. Who will back this crisis, if anyone? So Romania and Austria-Hungary have a crisis, and no one really cares about it. Too bad for them. Alright, let's add Ethiopia to my spear. So no one can attack Ethiopia now except me, if I unspear them, or someone else unspears me from them. Which is just fine, in my opinion. Increase. Increase. And increase. Build some cannons. I still have decent relations with everyone, which is quite nice. Increase relations with you. I'm not sure, but I think there's several factors that basically influence how well you basically influence their nation. If that nation likes you, you'll likely influence them a lot faster than if they hate you. So Hedges, who really hates me, they'll probably take the longest to spear. But then I'm gonna spear him anyways. Increase relations. I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna attack Nedge, so I'm gonna do that soon. And just combine you guys, put them on a ship. Bring them up here. Hey, got our national focus point. Excellent. So I can go in here and I can start, you know, boosting up my capitalist somewhere or craftsman or somewhere. Something I know about at this time, by the way, is I may want to start boosting up clerks at this point. I'm basically over 50% literacy for a lot of these places, so I can actually start worrying about, you know, boosting that up. As an idea. Bring you back down here. I think at this point I'm going to call it quits. I think this has been a fairly good episode. We managed to take a bit of Abu Dhabi. I'll probably take Neja a little bit next. And we'll just keep pushing on. For now, take care.